Yo, what is going on, guys? REAPOFF here, and welcome back to another video. Alright, that was really bad. But I just want to mention this. This video is going to be completely improv. I have no idea the direction of this video, so I apologize in advance if it seems rambly and incoherent. Well, that's why. Because it probably will be. Okay. I also have a little setup difference. I'm recording in a perfectly still chair, so usually when I record, I move around. Like I'm so fidgety. I'm too excited, or I don't know what it is, but I move around a lot. Not with hand gestures like normal people. I move my body. I don't know why. I'm just weird like that. But yeah, I'm just trying it out. This should help a lot. I can't be comfortable, so I've got to sit upright into the mic, and yeah, I don't have headphones in, so I can hear myself, speak horribly or wonderfully, who knows? And maybe that'll help. I don't know. Alright guys, I've been rambling a lot. So, the purpose of this particular video is talking about Skork, not necessarily doing programming, because, well guys, programming is fun and all, but you can't program something if you don't have a design. So that's what I'm really here for today. We're going to have a lot of videos like this on Skork. Remember, programming is not just something programming can't consist of just programming. That's ridiculous, and it doesn't work like that. And the reason it doesn't work like that is because, well, you need a design. You need something to work off of. You can't code everything, while on the go, and the reason you can't do that is you're gonna feature creep and you're gonna have a lot of bugs. So the design part addresses bugs, particularly, or functions that you're missing or haven't thought of beforehand. So that's the whole point of this, and hopefully just talking to you guys improv and incoherently, I'll possibly have some inspiration to create something. I usually like to talk, so this is something good for me. I like to vent about this kind of stuff. Venting, if you want to call it. Alright. So we have Skork app. We have settings. So this is what I have so far on the app. I guess this is the most progress you've seen. We can draw the grid. And this is how it works with one picture box now. And it redraws based on the size of the actual image. And so if I right click, it redraws again. And yeah, that's kind of how it's working right now. I don't know exactly how it's going to stay, but I can already tell on the video it already looks messed up, and that's because of the way the image is being processed. It looks like giant squares, but these are all the same uniform black squares with, yeah, it's all uniform. It's just going to look really messed up. And if I go like this, if I move around, I think I brought this up in another video before. But if I move this around, the video quality is going to be horrendous because there's not a lot to compress there. There's just a lot of different types of pixels on the screen. So anyways, we're going to get rid of that. Design aspect. Let's go back. And basically the whole idea is Skork is just easy to use. I want to create, well, you wouldn't call it Skork, but I want to create a sprite like that. Sprite s.left 5. And this would compile no matter what. Create the grid, create the sprite, put it in the center, and put left. I want a lot of default behavior for this program. That's something really, really important to me, because if you don't have a lot of default behavior, well, now we got to instantiate this so-called object I created. And that creates more code, and it's not necessarily easy for people to use. The whole idea with Skork is you can make complex things depending on this level of skill you are in programming, and you can also explain this code to anybody. You don't need to have any experience at all to program in Skork. Anyone will be able to write code in Skork, and that's the whole idea. And I really want to design it this way. So that's the way we're going to do it. And I want to mock similar languages. Like C is a pretty good language to mock because it does have a lot of default behavior. And I say that very loosely for those who are well known into C and C++. Well, they're essentially the same thing for the purposes of this video. But yeah, like for example, this just creates the object. It doesn't, it's non-instantiating, this just creates the object. This is as simple as this. What is the object? Name of the object. That's it. Semicolon, end line. And then this is invoking a member function of the sprite object that we've just created. So that it's very simple. Something like this should be able to work very simple and should compile. So yeah, we want a lot of visual feedback as well, guys. So that's something I really am trying to keep in mind. I want to see my recording time. Okay. I want to really keep that in mind. Words. What I really want to keep in mind is conciseness of code and really the simplicity of it, like I mentioned before, and also making everything super visual. So as you can see, when I right click compile, does not compile. I have not written any function to actually compile this code, but I have this visual feedback just as an idea. And let's say it doesn't compile, it turns red, and if it save, would turn a different color. You know, lots of visual feedback like that. And that's what we're going to focus on a lot in this. And we're going to draw all of that using classes and specific member functions in those classes to handle all of that stuff for you. And yeah, I might be creating a class library from Skork, because Skork is going to be a text parser, right? So I might have a generic text parser library coming up pretty soon that I made, and it's going to be bad. Or if someone helped, you know, remember Skork is an open source project, which if I happily go to GitHub, I can show you. It is definitely open source. Go ahead and download it, clone it, make some changes, look at the code, and every code, hopefully, you know, if you ever make a change, when you do commit it, use 3 slashes above a member function and describe what it's doing. Or if you're making a change, just put in the commit what change you made. So I don't have to I see the intent of your code. Maybe your intent is wrong for the purposes of the project. Not that it's a wrong idea in principle. It's just maybe it's not the right idea in the direction of the project. Anyways, guys, I'm going to keep it short. That's about it for today's video. Hopefully, you know, that was something of interest to you. Hopefully. I really love talking about code, and you know what? There's not a lot of people I get to talk to code about, or at least are available 24/7, where I can just talk about code all day, every day. Just talk about stuff like this. Not really a great thing, but that's why I have YouTube. I just vent. Whoever decides to watch it, you know, suffers the minutes are wasting, but also if they're really clever, you know, they learn something and maybe they join in the conversation and, you know, they get in on the fun. They get on the REAPOFF train. I really need to not do that. Alright, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope your summer is here, alive and well, and you're doing well. And I hope you make money this summer, because that's everyone's goal, right? Make some money this summer and spend it. And have some fun and eat ice cream. And what else do we have? You know, Italian ices. That's something I want to do this summer. I just want to have an Italian ice. I haven't had Italian ices in a long time. But this is not a stream. I can't ramble too long. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in another stream pretty soon and another video.